Hey everybody, this is Vril. Welcome back to Extended Timeline World War II. We're now up to July of 2085, so we have about 15 more years to go in this series. In the last episode, we had a war between Tibet and Gwalior here, and Tibet won that war, so they're really becoming one of the larger powers in the Indian subcontinent, other than the British, obviously, although they did win a war against the British just a couple episodes back. We had the Italian Somaliland gain its independence from Italy. Did not change its name. I guess there's a feud between the British and the Italian Somaliland and who gets the Somalian name. We had a punitive war between Norway and Cameroon. Spain also was in that one, and they were successful. They brought back the Yao country, and they gave some territory back to Nigeria and Sudan, actually. We also had the Portuguese and the Americans both had a war against the Netherlands once again, and the Americans were able to take a little bit of, I guess, Sumatra, and the Portuguese a little bit of Java here, so that's where we're at in that respect. So we've got the armies of the world. We've got the Chinese, US, Soviet Union, Germany, and Japan, the Italians, the Iranians, the British, and the Netherlands very, very low in manpower. That will affect some of the wars that we have going on at the moment. We've got a American change of government against Japan. The Germans are on the side of the Americans. The Japanese have an ally in the British and the Brazilians now, as well as New Zealand. That war is not going well for the Americans, at least at the moment. We have a Mexican conquest against Panama, and we have another Nigerian Portuguese war against Guinea, so that's going well for them. Let's go ahead and get things going. I think I want to focus on what's going on between Mexico and Panama here, because that is an actual ground war that we can watch. Maybe see a good battle here. I highly suspect that the Mexicans are going to win this one, but we've seen stranger things. Yeah, I would say that, unfortunately, the Panamanians don't have any allies at this point. The Americans battling the Brazilian Navy over here. The Mexicans are actually conquesting just for like a one province, but I think they'll probably take a little bit more than that, but we'll see. See if the Mexicans really outnumber them, so just looking at Brazil is really large from both the east and west coast of South America, just looking at that now. Okay, so we had this Nigerian war against Guinea, I believe it was, and it looks like Nigeria won that war. I thought they would. If they had the Portuguese help, they were most likely going to win that one. Over here we've got back in the Philippines, we've got the Japanese sieging out the Philippines. We now have another Nigerian Spanish imperialist war, so okay, yeah, so that one might be interesting if the Portuguese are fighting the Spanish there. Let's see, do we have any American armies? I guess we got a couple, like, one stacks there, but yeah, the Japanese are also sieging out in Borneo now. Let's see if the Americans doing much of anything over here yet. We'll see if they have Mexican reconquest is about to end as well. Okay, so they just sieged out. They took way more than one province. Took, I don't know, is that 3 or 4 provinces? Something like that. And I wanted to go look over in... Yes, so the Portuguese have... Who declared this war again? We've got a Greek-Albanian war here against Romania as well. So the Nigerians declared that war, okay. But yeah, that's not going to go very well for the Portuguese. The Spanish are going to win that one, at least in Europe, that's for sure. So we got the Greeks moving into Albania, and Romania has really been cut down to size recently, although their army probably outnumbers the Greeks here. Yeah, they've got a 3-star general against a 40k stack of the Greeks with a 2-star general, so it's not going to go very well for the Greeks there. Got the Nigerian sieging just a little bit of what is that would be Spanish territory there, yeah. Not sure what the Portuguese army size is these days. I haven't really don't recall what it was. Got another Zambian, actually that's not another one, but we have a Zambian Congolese war here. Looks like the Zambia has already lost a battle here. British Somaliland is on their side, so they've got a decent army. Yeah, the Congo, unless they've got another stack that I'm not seeing, they've only got a 22k, so assuming the British Somaliland does attack them there, they're going to win that one. Going very, very poorly for the Americans here. See if the Japanese can get to a state. I mean, the Americans can certainly, manpower-wise, outlast, but if the war exhaustion from losing all these battles goes up for the Americans, maybe they'll have to peace out early and possibly give some territory back to. I could see it go back from the Philippines to the Japanese. We will see. We've got probably, yeah, the Greek war is not going well for them. We've got a Sudanese Congo-Belgian war also. Did not notice that Belgium was in that war previously. All these wars are going negative for the attacker right now, which is actually doesn't happen all that much because the AI is usually pretty smart to not declare a war unless, you know, they can win it. Yeah, I think that the the Albanians are going to probably take a good-sized chunk of Greece here. They used to be expanding into the Balkans, now they'll expand into Greece, I would guess anyway. We'll see. We've got Zambia through British Somaliland sieging out territory from the Congo. And Belgians allied with their former, I think it was formerly Democratic Republic of Congo. I think they were released from the Belgians. I think, anyway. Yeah, so the Americans not arriving yet in the Philippines. Let's check out, are they... Possibly, no. I thought maybe they might show up in Brazil, or they could have shown up in the British Guyana here. Got a Brazilian Navy that's moving around. Actually has transports on it. I don't think that Brazil's going to move land forces into the US, although that would be pretty awesome if it did happen. Albanians dominating the Greeks here because of the Romanians have been in quite a few wars, so they have pretty good land tradition, so have a 3-star general. Surprised that the Turks have been a little quiet recently. That would have been a good time to attack the Greeks. They certainly outnumbered them by quite a bit. And going very negative for the Greeks at war score there. Okay, so we had the Spanish. They pieced out independently with the Portuguese, or did they? Yeah, they're still at war with Nigeria, so the Portuguese have been cut out, except for probably Lisbon and one other province here. So Spain, other than I guess they lost Catalonia to the, they got their independence recently. I'm gonna knock up our speed up to 4, and we just, no we didn't. I thought I saw that war actually ended, but it did not. Just some territory was sieged. What do the Japanese really need to see? Or I guess it's not going to tell us because they're the defender. Now we have a Polish-Romanian. It's Romania and Albania. We've got Poland, Lithuania, Bulgaria, and Italy. That's going to be very one-sided, I would think. Although Italy is kind of out of troops, manpower there, but yeah, the Bulgarians are. It's either Bulgaria or Poland are going to be probably splitting up Romania shortly. I'll knock down the speed back to 3. I always enjoy our European wars a little bit better than I do these, like our Indonesian wars, since that's just a bunch of island hopping and it's a little bit hard to follow. I don't mind these African wars, but it's a whole lot easier to follow what's going on in Europe. I do think Tibet did have some rebel issues at one point earlier. Yeah, the Bulgarians and Polish are just flooding across. I'm wondering if Romania will even exist once this is all said and done. It's already up to 86 war score, minus 92 for the Albanians against, or for the Greeks against the Albanians here. Very good stuff. I think that they've completely sieged out everything here. Albania did. Maybe, no, they don't have Crete anymore, just a couple of these Greek islands out here. Okay, we've got Botswanan Zambian imperialist war that just fired off as well. Nigeria's Spanish one still is there. And yeah, we still have a Romania here. Romania is holding on to, what do we got here? Maybe two provinces. One in the Black Sea, so they're not completely landlocked at this point. But yeah, Bulgaria, very, very strong here. I thought we might have seen Turkey kind of take that role here in the Balkans, but being that the Italians were allied with the Greeks for the longest time, that just did not happen. For some reason, what do they need to siege? They need, well, that's again because it's the defender that's winning. It's not going to tell us. The Greeks need to siege out Albania, but that's not going to happen. Croatians have a pretty large army for being a 2-province nation, 40k stack. That's not bad. Head on over to Japan to see if the Americans have arrived. No. In Japan, no. What are you people doing here in the Americas? Nothing. Maybe let's check the British Isles to see if the Americans arrived over here. No. And the Germans are just not doing anything as well. Okay. Okay, we have a Latvian-Lithuanian war. So Latvia with Soviet Union against Lithuania and Poland. So that is going to be pretty one-sided. I think that the Soviets are going to be taking a chunk of Poland. Probably the part that they would have got in the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact 140 years ago, or whatever it would be. 150 years ago. We've got Latvia is moving into... I think Latvia is not going to get very much out of this war, but the Soviets are. The Polish, who's their ally in this? Okay, they do have... I guess the Latvia will get the... Who attacked here? Latvia actually attacked, okay. So they're wanting the Lithuania, most likely. Surprised because I thought that the Germans were allied with Lithuania at one point in time, but I guess not. That Greek war is just not ending here. Let's quickly have a look down in Botswana and see what's going on there. Zambia, they won that war against the Democratic Republic of Congo, really cut it down to size, and now Botswana is going to take advantage of that lack of military that the Zambians have. Again, Italian Somaliland. Also, did they... Let me check one thing here. They just took a piece out of British Somaliland. I guess I didn't notice that Italian Somaliland was in one of those wars. I think the Zambian War, possibly. Who were they allied with? Okay, they're allied with Botswana, actually. Okay. Yeah, I missed that one. Okay, that's it's good for them though. I maybe they'll create the one like I was just saying earlier. They'll be the ones to create Somalia. And we got the Spanish have arrived here in Nigeria. This war is, can't believe it's actually still going on. Somehow the Greeks have actually come back slightly. I guess they have some navy that are doing some blockading. Let's quickly look up what's going on over here. Yeah, they have a navy, so they're doing a little bit of blockading here. Who do we have here? Yeah, I guess it doesn't help the Albanians that Romania was really, really cut down to size. And that Bulgarian-Polish war there, so... Yeah, the Soviets completely demolishing the Polish here on the Polish border. I wouldn't be surprised to see some Portuguese separatists or something rising up and the Spanish having to deal with that. Surprisingly, the Nigerian army actually is larger than the Spanish army here. Yeah, actually, okay. The Nigerians actually won that battle against the Spanish. So did the Spanish have a larger stack? Catalonia's got a 36k stack. Okay, so the Latvians, growing a little bit larger, annexed the Lithuania, and the border gore on Poland is real. It's pretty bad looking there. Nothing going on between the Japanese and the Americans yet, unless no, the Japanese are pretty strong, holding out in the islands there. I'm surprised that and I've said this like every episode for the last 5 or 6 episodes, that the Chinese aren't trying to take advantage of that, the Japanese in their wars, but I guess the Japanese aren't really fighting anybody, so they're not using up any manpower. They're just sieging out territory that the Americans have. Have the Japanese battling the... Okay, the Americans actually have a 80k stack in Guam here, so, and I also think that the Japanese beat them in that navy battle there. That's what I was actually trying to look at when I zoomed down to Guam there. Wow, what a mess here in Africa between Zambia and Botswana. Okay, that actually ended, and Botswana took some land. Now we've got Angolan reconquest against the Zambians, British Somaliland, and okay, that Greek war finally ended as well. Let's quickly look. Yeah, so Albania took less than I thought they would, but Greece is pretty cut down in size now. The Albanians took, I don't know, what, 3-4 provinces there? Not bad. Not bad. Just surprised that the Americans are not being able to do anything. Okay, that war just ended. What did the Japanese get to do? The Japanese released an independent Brunei here. Okay. Alright, it does look like we're out of time for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and please consider hitting the like button if you did, as it really helps out the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.